Welcome to Whether or Not and to What Degree podcast. I'm Fox Carolina First Alert Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent, alongside meteorologist Tim Simpson. Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. I should have worn a coat and tie, I feel like, but that's okay. This is me.
It's the Whether or Not podcast. We're chill, you know. I would have my sneakers on if I could.
I understand.
But we're really excited to have you. I want to give a little backstory on Tim. So, as many of you know, Chrissy Kohler had her baby last week. You may be watching this a few weeks down the line, because these things live, of course, forever. But Catherine is also going to be having a baby. She works on the morning show. So we are going to be short-staffed in the weather department. So my friend Tim has agreed to come help us out a little bit. And Tim has connections to this area, but has also been in meteorology for a very long time. So first off, tell us a little bit about your personal connection to the upstate.
Personal connection to the upstate. I think I would have to go back to when I was in my teen years. I wanted to be a pilot. My father and mother were just very supportive parents, and I really wanted to go to school like for aeronautical science and such. And but my parents were very strict Christian parents, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to send you to Bob Jones University." And I'm like, "Man, that's a strict place, you know." And so I ended up going there with the assumption my dad said, "You go there 1 year, and then you can go anywhere you want to after that." Okay. I thought that's fair enough. And so when I got there, I was into radio television. I found out I could continue my flying. I was a pilot at age 16, soloed on my birthday, private license at 17. At 18, got my instrument rating, and so I continued flying while in school. And so that's what brought me to the upstate. Okay. And then my wife, Leah, all of her family lives here in the upstate. And so really that was the reason for coming back to this area here. I'd been in Memphis for almost 30 years, which is my home area, doing weather for a CBS affiliate there, chief meteorologist, and it was just time to do something different, you know. We had so many severe storms and such, and I felt like I put in my time, and it was time for something else. So in retirement, Lee and I, we do pottery together, you know, ceramics. We have our own studio at home. We built out a studio, have our own kiln, and we're just like living a life together that we love. We do a podcast together as well, and so all on home and family. So we're trying to find things to do together, you know, and we've been very successful doing that.
Well, it's a great season of life to do that. I feel like when you work 30 years as a chief meteorologist, long hours, you know, as we know now, I mean, I feel like Memphis, you know, is really in the heart of what is now the true tornado alley, it seems. So, I mean, I can't imagine how busy your springs and early summers were. Hard for, you know, you've how many kids now? 5?
Just 5.
Just 5.
Just 5 kids. Just 5, and 3 of them live here in the upstate.
That's wonderful.
And a 4th one is moving here next week. So it's like, this is why we wanted to be here in this area. But I had no plans to go back and do weather at all. Matter of fact, I have to go find my suits and ties because I mean, my stuff now, I used to go to Belk for all my clothes. Now I go to Tractor Supply.
Heck yeah.
You know?
Why
so
not?
That's me.
Well, and again, that's why this means even more, because so I knew the situation we were going to be in. So I reached out to Tim. Tim and I knew each other through the National Weather Association, just both of us really involved. And I knew that he had come here to retire. You'd mentioned that when you left RAG. So I just thought, you know what, on an off chance, I'm going to reach out to him. So we went and had lunch together. I gave my pitch. I said, no pressure. I know you want to get out. But, you know, Chrissy and I, we laid it on thick that day. And thankfully,
but it worked. It really did. Except when I drove in for the first time with my new card key to get in the gate, I'm like, do you really want to do this again? I'm like, okay. So I'm here to help, and I mean, as long as you need me, I'm here, but I'm not looking for a second career in broadcasting. I've already done that, and it was a lot of fun, but I want to help you out because you guys need some help right now.
We really do. And again, you're going to see Tim and probably hope he's sticking around, and I'm hoping that he will be around for many, many years to come helping us here and there. But yeah, you'll see him a lot this summer because we've got a month, July, when Chrissy will still be out, and then Catherine goes out. So we've got, you'll see me on the morning show a little bit. You'll see Adam kind of back and forth. Adam will kind of be our solid morning show person, and then you'll be coming in for the evening shifts a little bit more. So if you're used to seeing me, you'll see Tim a couple days a week during the month of July.
As long as Kendra and Adam don't go out, I think we're going to be in good shape.
I sure hope so,
Seriously, don't go out. Don't go anywhere.
And a shout out to Mark Mark Johnson and Richard
Yeah.
Edmond too, who will be helping us, because you'll see all three of them on the weekends here and there. So they're helping us so that Adam and I can get days off in the middle,
Sure.
in the midst. So it's greatly appreciated. But obviously you've been covering weather a long time. You know, we get some wild weather here.
You
But
do.
Memphis, it's almost just a kind of a notch above it when it comes to the frequency of tornadoes, the damaging wind events. Would you say that those were the events that really marked you the most when you were there? I know, I'm sure you tracked some ice storms as well, but severe weather was really the big thing, wasn't it?
It was. We had so much severe weather in the Memphis area. My MO would basically, if we had storms, you know, a lot of people injured or fatalities, whatever, I would be out the next day at that site. You know, just reporting on the stories, doing the stories and such, but then meeting the people that were impacted. And then you meet the people that were watching you the night before, and they were getting their weather information from you. So I've seen a lot of things that I really don't want to see again. I was at one place where 3 little boys were killed one time, and it was so difficult to see that. They were actually there for a birthday party the night that the storm hit. I was at Union University 2008. There was a storm that came through February 5th, 2008, Super Tuesday. 3 people killed in Memphis. That storm went on up toward Jackson, Tennessee. And because Union had been hit several years prior, I was tracking the tornado. It was just north of Interstate 40. And so I knew they had been hit before. And I'm like, look, if you live in the Union University area of North Jackson, you need to seek shelter immediately. I mean, get to your safe spot. And Kendra, literally 5 minutes later, Union took a direct hit. There were probably 60, 70% of the buildings on campus destroyed. No fatalities. I was there the next day. The national media was all there at Union the next day. And so surveying the damage, no injuries, no fatalities. That was just an act of God that no one was hurt in that storm.
I know it. And in just in a collaborated effort to get the word out. I mean,
Yeah.
we never want those things to happen, but when they do, that is always the hope, is that we can pinpoint it, we can tell people, and that people are connected and know what's going on. That's the half the battle, is making sure that people are aware.
Right.
And that's, you know, really our first alert motto is always to bring that first alert, make sure people know many, many days in advance.
Sure.
But that, you know, those days mark you for sure.
And just like you, I have thick skin, because in this business, you literally have to have thick skin, because you do the warnings and those warnings save lives. But there are some people that all they want is their TV program, and they don't like it when we break into programming. But I'm here to tell you, I have met person after person after person that has told me, hey, the coverage we got from your TV station last night literally saved our lives. And I've heard it dozens of times. So it's just part of what we do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is our job, but it is our true. It's the true pleasure of what we do is when you go into Walmart and someone comes up to you and says,
Yes.
you know, you told me to do this and it changed my life. Or, you know, and sometimes it's as simple as, you know, you told me that it was going to be a bad storm and I got my kids inside. You know, who knows what would have happened, but the fact that you connected with someone is huge. So I'm sure that part of weather you miss in a way.
Yes.
Now, having all that on your shoulders as chief meteorologist in Memphis, it's nice that you can pass the torch on, and then, you know, we're happy that you can at least dabble in it with us.
Well, we were thinking about it in 2022, but the first part of, I'd say, 2023, we had so much severe weather in Memphis. It was like every other weekend I was camping out at the TV station. And that did it for us. My wife and I said, you know, let's transition into something else, because I felt like I'd served my time. You know, 36 years total of broadcast meteorology, and so we just needed a break. And we've had a break for the last year and a half, and now here I am coming back into it. And I'm rested, I'm reinvigorated, I'm ready to help out. Anytime you need help, I'm here, you know?
Well, we're grateful for it.
Yeah.
Well, be sure to look out for Tim. His first day on air, and again, this may have already passed, but is going to be this upcoming Sunday, May 4th, right?
May 4th.
All right, May 4th, and you'll see him about every third weekend through the summer. But the time you'll see him the most will be in the month of July, when he'll be in for me. But just a nice way to get to know Tim, somebody that I have a lot of respect for, and I'm thrilled that you're going to be here to help us this summer. So again, we'll be continuing to bring you more podcasts through the summer. We love to get ideas from you too. So if you've got an idea that you want us to sit down and talk about, we're going to be getting into summer weather here pretty soon. The tropical outlook coming out soon, so we'll be having more podcasts on that. So thanks for joining us, and thanks for getting to know Tim a little bit. We're thrilled to have him join the First Alert Weather team.